Hello, this video has been recorded to help the students with learning how to use the Click software to program the Direct Soft PLC. Okay, let's get started. As you can see on my screen here, here's the icon for Click programming software. So if I double click with the left mouse button on here, you'll see that this window pops open. In this window, you'll notice that there's a startup window inside it. Okay, so you get to select the operation that you need. You can connect to a PLC, you can open an existing project, or start a new project. Since this is our first time using this, we're going to start a new project. So I'm going to click on that. The next window that opens up is for you to choose the CPU type that we are using for our project. So the one that we are going to be using is C0-11DRE-D. And when I click on this, you'll notice that this picture over here has changed. And in this picture, you see the CO-11DRE-D PLC. We have the CPU details information here, and it tells us that we have inputs X001 to X008. They are DC, and they can be either wired for syncing or sourcing operation. The outputs are Y001 to Y006, and these are relay type outputs, so that means I can have either AC or DC outputs on this particular PLC. Okay. The power consumption is 140 milliamps. It has an RS-485 jack that you can plug in. It does have a calendar clock available, and it does have battery backup available. It is an Ethernet type CPU with the 8 inputs and the 6 outputs. Okay, so we're going to click OK on this now that we know all about it. And here we have the actual software that we're going to be using to program the Click PLC. Okay, the first thing I want to do is I'm going to take the left mouse button and I'm going to double click on this square that we see here. When I do that, this window opens up and it says that a contact normally open. Okay, and our memory that we're going to use is our first input, which was X1. I'm going to click OK. And you can see that I put X001. And the reason for that is with Click PLC, you can have up to 816 inputs. So that's why you see a 3-digit number here, even though I put X1 down. For my next one, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to click on the left mouse button, double click, and our next input that I want to put in here is X2. And I'm going to click OK. The next thing I'm going to do with this is I'm going to come over here to my outputs, double click with the left mouse button, and I'm going to use an internal relay. And for an internal relay, the Click PLC uses C's. And I'm going to put the very first one, which is C1. And there is, for the C, or the internal relays, you can have up to 2,000 different ones. So I'm going to click OK here. And now I've started my first rung out pretty good with 2 inputs and an internal relay as my output. Now, one of the things I need to do is what I'm creating actually is a start-stop circuit. So the next thing I need to do is to put in parallel with this very first contact or input another normally open input. So I'm going to click on that, and now I'm going to go up here to the toolbar, and you can see where it says line, where my arrow is pointing. I'll click on that, and here it gives you a guide on how to use it. So it shows that we can bring a line down and over and create our sealant. So I'm going to click OK. Here's my line showed up. So the first thing I'm going to do is click on that. Then I'm going to click to the right, and then I'm going to click up. So here I've drawn a ladder that is in parallel with X001. So to put a contact in here, I need to go up here and switch back to my pointer. Double click here, and again it says contact, normally open. And I want to use my internal relay for this one, so I'm going to call it C1. And when I do, I click OK, and you can see that that has now been put in here. What I've created is the start, stop circuit for my first rung of operation for this program. So I told you what it is, but actually to know how that works is we need some information here, at least so somebody else seeing this would understand how it works. So the first thing we do is double click on this, and you can see this window that opens also has this little square here. I'm going to click on that, and you can see it now has picked an address picker here. I'm going to click the edit mode, go up here, and I'm going to give it a nickname. So I'm going to call this the system, and we got to have this in capital letters. System start. Okay, and I'm going to click OK. Nothing's changed yet until I click it again, and now not only does it put it here, it also puts it here. Now our window, we can just click OK here, or we can click cancel. Either one will work to clear that off. I want to also do that with my input X1. So again, we go and open this window, and I go to edit mode. Click here, and I'm going to put it down, start, push button. While I'm here, I'm going to do X2 as well. That is going to be my stop, push button. Okay, click OK, and do it again. And you can see now these are filled in as well. And I'm going to click cancel here. Okay, so now we got our start button, our stop button, our internal relay, and our seal in around our start button. Okay, my next rung, what I want to do is again, I'm going to start with a normally open contact. I'm going to put that as C1. Click OK. Over here, I'm going to actually have a physical output, and our physical output start with Y's. So we'll put Y1. Okay. I'm also going to put another one in rung 3, another contact. And that contact, in this case, is going to be C1 as well. And I'm going to click OK, but this one, I want to actually change to normally close. So I highlight it again, go down to the lower corner here where it says normally closed contact. Click on that. Now you see that the box says normally closed. I click OK. It immediately makes it a normally closed. Clicking on my output for this rung, I'm going to label it Y2. And I'm also want to tell you what I've got going here. So Y2, and again, edit mode. This is going to be my red pilot light. Oops, excuse me. Got one too many L's in there. Okay, and I'm also going to move up one because I also have a Y1 that I didn't label. Y1 that I didn't label. And I want to make that my green pilot light. I'm going to click OK, and OK again. And we're going to cancel this, and you can see that I need a Y2 here. Click that. So I've got my green pilot light, my red pilot light. So this program, I push my start button, system, as long as my stop button doesn't push, my system start will energize. And again, that will turn on my green light, and it will also turn off the red light. Okay, so what are the green lights and the red lights represented? Well, let's give it some more information. So I'm going to double click this red one, go back to this little information here, and this time around when I edit, I want to go up here to address comments. And in the address comments, what I'm going to do is I'm going to call that let's back up a little bit. System power applied. Okay. And I also want to go to Y1. So we'll try that as well. And this one, I'm going to call it System Operational. Okay. I'm going to click OK for that one as well. Okay. So now, it still doesn't show it, so we got to make the Add Comments active. I do that by clicking here. And you can see now System Operational, System Power Applied. So we know what these lights are actually for. Okay, we can continue adding timers. You can find them over here, counters, math instructions, and so on. But this is a good way to start. One other thing that you need to know is when you finish your program, we need to come over here for program control, and we actually have to put an end in our program as well. So when you finish your program, don't forget that end statement. It does not do it automatically for you. Okay, this should get you started with the Click PLC programming. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.